Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared. My lovely wife Kara is at work, and today we are checking out the Spyderco Brouwer, an S30V G10 in a titanium frame lock. This knife was donated to us by an anonymous person. They know who they are. Thank you very much. Donations to our channel goes so far. It really helps us out a lot, no matter how small or big it is. So thank you very much. Now, let's get to the good and the bad of this knife right after some very quick specs. The knife's total length is 6 3/4, and the blade length is 2 3/4. So it's just under 7 inches and just under a 3-inch blade length. Let's do some quick size comparisons. Just in case if you know Spyderco is pretty good, here is the Para 3 lightweight, and here is the Spyderco Techno 2. So right in between, a little Spyderco sandwich. You can see it's a little bit bigger than the Techno 2 and a little bit smaller than the Para 3 lightweight. Now, here it is up against the Civivi Elementum, which is just a little pinch bigger. It's pretty much the same size, but the Elementum is just a little bit bigger. Here is the Benchmade sandwich, the Benchmade bug out, and the Benchmade mini griptilian. I was trying to find my other Benchmade mini griptilian. This is the Tonto version, and it's really close to the same size as the Brouwer, but maybe a pinch bigger. Maybe not. It's about the same size as a mini grip, the Brouwer. Let's get to this knife. Alright, so like I said before, S30V, full flat ground blade, great blade geometry. I did not sharpen this, but it does have good blade geometry. I did not sharpen it because, one, I've done a lot of Spyderco's S30V, and also it's sharp. It's really sharp still. I've been using it. Kara's been using it. I honed it once and stropped it, and the edge keeps coming back, so I'm not going to waste any steel I don't need to. You know, not saying that I wouldn't, you know, sharpen it up really quick, but it doesn't need it yet. So, anyways, and like I said, I've sharpened a lot of their S30V, and it's very sticky, a very nice edge. Now, for a factory edge. Now, the edge comes down to about 15 thousandths behind the edge, nice and thin, and it cuts really good. I love the blade shape. I think this blade shape works really good. You can use the belly. You can get to the tip real easy because of the way the ergos are. And then you can even get nice and close to the blade for push cuts. So the blade works very, very well. I even like the way the belt grind looks. Very nice. The grips on it are fantastic. You can use this choil right here, which is nice and smooth, by the way. You can get up nice and close to that blade, you know, for close cutting, or for just because you have larger size hands. Now, the ergos back here, you know, to me it's about a 3-fingered knife if I use it the way it's supposed to be, but if I choke up to this little flat spot right there, I can get all 4 on there, but I would just go like this anyways. The jimping is nice and sharp. It works really good, especially in this little pinch grip like that. Feels nice in the hand though. The ergos work good. The clip, I can feel it. Obviously, you know, it's a clip, but it works good. It is a titanium frame lock. I love this titanium stone washing on the frame side. It looks really good and will help blend scratches in. It does have a nice big lock bar insert, which I like a lot. The lock geometry is done very well too. If I push on a little bit, it moves a very tiny bit but stops, and you can see it's going to last a long time because of the angle that the lock face goes into. Now, the G10 is done very well. I like the hardware's good hardware. Nice big standoffs, nice and solid. There is a liner under here. You can see it, and it does have cutout for weight relief. And you see the lanyard hole. The action, nice and smooth, because they give you a nice big opening right here, basically for your finger to just travel right up to it, and bam. Then for the close, it also gives you a nice good access to open it. You can just follow that trail right up to there, and bam. And it's got a nice little pop to it when you open it that I do really like. It is on phosphor bronze. They're little phosphor bronze washers. I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but they're in there. Little tiny phosphor bronze washers. And then you can see the external stop pin, or sorry, internal stop pin right there moving. And then the track, you can see it inside there if you really, really look. But the action works really good. Nice good pop. Nice easy access to the lock bar. It's not going to be drop shutty because it does have that tight, smooth feeling. You can give it one good slap and it'll shut all the way. And then the middle finger flick, you got to use the meat because they don't give you a lot of room for the middle finger flick, but you can still do it very easily. You just got to use the meat of your finger, or at least I do. And it's pretty snappy if you get the right grip with your fingers. Very nice. And then, like I said, the drop. It's pretty free falling when you release the lock bar, but not very drop shutty after you let the lock bar go. Once you let it go, you basically want to push it closed after that. So I usually drop it and then I close it with my thumb, which is still very nice because even with the slow roll, it's got a nice, consistent, smooth feeling all the way open. And then I like the sound of the lock. Nice, just a strong lockup sound. That's all it is. It's a nice, strong lockup sound, and it lets you know that your knife's good and locked up. I do like the external stop pins. Lets me know that it's going to be very strong because it is. I mean, this thing is locked up, rock solid. The clip works good. It's not very deep, but it does work good. You know, no complaints on the way it works. Like I said, I do feel it in my hand, but it's not a big deal. The ergos, I love that I can basically use it in any position. You know, even though it does give you finger grooves, it still has a really simple profile to where, you know, you can use it however you want. You know, you can pull cut. You can do like the cuts where you basically move like this, slicing. And it just gives you lots of great placements to hold the knife to use it. And I like that. The size is really good. Nice, good little EDC size. And even though the blade is small, it still gives you a full grip. I love that. Now, let's get to the bad things. So, one bad thing is, you know, the clip kind of looks a little weird on it. I do wish it was a little deeper, maybe. I don't know if a deep carry clip would be good because it might not be good for ergos. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe a spring or the wire clip. I don't know. It looks okay on this side, I guess, but just with all the colors combined, I don't know. It's not that attractive of a looking clip. Now, am I going to change it? Probably not. I'll probably just leave it because it doesn't bother me that bad. The branding on the blade, there is a lot of branding on the blade. Now, I like the face. It's kind of like the way you'd carve a pumpkin, you know, like a scary face on a pumpkin. But there is a lot of branding on this little tiny blade. I mean, you got all of this, all of this, all of this, you know, just all over the place. And then they still have their Spyderco logo over there. So, a lot of branding. Also, I forgot to say there is an over travel stop. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention that. You see it right there. Nice big over travel stop. You can see it right there. So the next bad thing, T6s. It's good hardware, but T6s. I would have rather seen, especially from Spyderco, it's a T8 pivot and then T6s down here. I would have rather just seen all T8s. It would have been so much nicer. I think the pivot's actually T10, but, or maybe it is T8. It's like a T9 fits in it, but T8 fits in it too. So T9 is really tight in there. T8 fits pretty good. So, but either way, big pivot, and then T6 is down here. I would have just rather seen all T8s. Now, the next bad thing. But yeah, that's basically about it. The action's so good. I love that there's, you know, liners inside there. I love the strength, the build quality. I love the ergos. The action's really good. The detent's nice and crispy. It is nice and centered. Detent's, you know, the right amount of strength for a small knife that's going to be flicked. So there's a lot of things to like here, and I do like it a lot. Kara likes it. Kara's been carrying it and using it. She loves it. I love it. The price, you know, is a little expensive. I forget exactly what it was. You know, that's a little pricey. You know, it is the Tai Chung Spydercos, which do a great job. Don't get me wrong. I love the Tai Chung Spydercos, but, you know, it's definitely out of a lot of people's price range, and it's not a very big knife. But, you know, they did a heck of a job. I'll give them that. They did a heck of a job. I do like it a lot. But there you guys go. Love you guys. Peace.